Hello everyone, welcome to TechCast tutorial. In my previous video, I have shown you how you can use vlookup. In this video, I will show some common error people face when they use vlookup function. So let's start. In the first problem, I am going to show the problem which most of the people face, and that is basically unlock table array reference. Okay, so here you see I am going to actually get the grade of the corresponding registration number, and the equation is written like that. So in the lookup value, I have taken the first value of the registration number, and in the table array I have selected this table. Okay, the left side table, and column index has been taken number 5, which is the grade, and it has been range lookup. For range lookup it has to be exact, so that's why it has been written false. Okay, so when you hit enter and copy this to all of the other value, basically you will see for some of the registration number it is giving the grade exactly as it is mentioned in the table, but some of the registration number is not giving the value. So let's see why this is not giving the value. Okay, so here when you are clicking on the function, you will see that actually as we did not lock the table array, it is shifting. Okay, so to fix this error, what you have to do, you have to fix the table array at the very first registration number uh, function you have written. So here for the table array, just press F4 and lock it, and then press F4 again and lock it. So that's how you have fixed the table array, and click enter. And if you just copy this formula to all the other registration number, you see now the grid has been populated for all the registration numbers. So this is one of the most faced problem when people use vlookup. The second problem I am going to show you, this is actually another very common problem, and this is a problem of actually the vlookup function itself. So vlookup function normally it can only look up the leftmost column from the table, the lookup value. So here you see our lookup value is basically the registration number, and you see here in the table the lookup value actually is in second column, or it's not in the leftmost column. So but when you want to use vlookup efficiently or correctly, the lookup value has to be on the leftmost column. Okay, so here you can fix it by two different ways. One, you can use index or match function instead of using vlookup, but that is not the part of our session today. So I am going to show you the other method you can use. Okay, so the equation is correct what is already written here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I am just going to uh, cut this cell and insert cut cells here. Okay, so when you see that I inserted the cut cells and the registration number now is at the very leftmost column, now the equation has been fixed. Okay, and the grade has been automatically generated, and all the grades has been matched accordingly with this corresponding registration number. Okay, so this is the second problem. And the third problem also people face sometimes, like here you see some of the registration number is giving grade which is perfectly fine, but some of the registration number is not giving grade. It's actually showing not applicable or in or a error. Okay, so here sometimes when people copy from one table and paste it to another place, it doesn't uh, copy it perfectly. So here you see the registration number is basically in the table, it's showing you sum at the very bottom, so that means it's a number. Okay, but here if you click here, it's not showing anything. Basically it's a text, it's considering. And you see there is a when you see at the top formula bar, it's showing a quotation mark at the very left. So basically that means that it is considering as a text. 9122 is considering as a text. Same thing for 7233, that's also considering as a text. So for 5014, if you place a quotation mark here, that is also showing not applicable. So that's also being considered as a text. So to solve this kind of problem, what you can do, just select all the cell. So this lookup value has to be considered as a number, as in the table the lookup value remains as a number. Okay, so here just click on the error bar, and here you see number is stored as text, so you can convert to number. So just click on convert to number and see it has been automatically fixed the grade. Okay, so that's how you can fix this text, the lookup value text and number conversion problem. Okay, the fourth problem, which is so here I'm going to show something which is not very common, but sometimes it's happen. Like for instance, sometimes if you uh, for instance if you just uh, give extra space at 234 on, so now if I go to at the place of 234 on, you see it has been generated a error. Okay, although it's 234 on. So this the total length of the number of this column and the lookup value, it has to be same. Okay, so what you can do to check that, you can just write a function len, and for the text you can select it and see. So the total length is 4 here, so if you copy this formula to all of the place, it's 4 for everywhere. Okay, so if we do the same thing here, so this is also 4. That's why it is working perfectly fine. Okay, so just copy these to, okay, copy at the until the very bottom. Okay, so it's all 4, so that's why there is no problem and just giving the grade perfectly. So if the space of any of the registration number increased, for instance for 7549, okay, so you see it's all giving the grade perfectly, but for 7549 if there is any extra space, it is not going to catch it anymore. So 7549 is basically going to give an error. Okay, so you have to be very careful in this case, that as there should not be any extra space, and the length of the number of the lookup table and at the array table, the lookup value and the array table, it should be same. Okay, so i I think that's some of the common mistakes or error people face when they use vlookup functions. So thanks for watching, and please comment if you face any other problems in using vlookup function, and I will try to cover those problems and try to solve it in my next several videos. Okay, thanks everyone.